worshipping their Creator is a great, great mission indeed. And for the last 18 years since I embraced Islam, alhamdulillah, in Sussex University in Brighton, I have been engaging with people like Omar or Mark Weston, Mr. Weston. By the way, he's a champion water skier. Okay, so just be careful. Don't take him lightly, okay? He looks like, he looks like somebody who's, but he's very good on the skis, okay? Or even one ski. Okay, and he was a champion in Mexico in his own right. And I met him about 6 years ago in Mexico. And we were with Yusuf Estes. Who knows Yusuf Estes?
Yes.
Okay, sure? Okay, good. You can't miss him when you see him, can you? Okay, and we were with him, and we were with another sheikh called Nader Anori from Kuwait, and myself in the boat, and Omar was there. And he said to me, right, you call yourself Mujahid, you're strong for the Islam. He said, now get out on the water skis. I've never done it before. So, this is the thing. I said, yeah, I'm strong, but no, I'm not. I'm strong. No, I'm not. So I had two voices going off in my head. And he said, come on, Yusuf, get out there. So there I went. About 5 times I managed to get up on the skis, and I was so ecstatic, and I lost my head and went like that. Then Yusuf Estes, I said, you're next. You're next, Yusuf. That's it. Go ahead. But he didn't do it. So next time you see him, you can really give him a hard time. Yeah?
He went flying.
He went flying.
Another time he came, he took it flying.
He went flying as well. Can you imagine Yusuf Estes flying?
Like a little hang glider with an ankle.
So, what it is, the reason I'm telling you this story is because this is how we all met. And we were in downtown Mexico, and we just had a little function there. A booth with a lot of the would-be Muslims. I call them would-be Muslims, not non-Muslims. It's not a nice thing to call them non-Muslims. Would-be Muslims, people that love their Creator. They love their Creator just as much as we do. The problem is they haven't quite found that path, and that's the way I express myself when I talk to them, And they appreciate it, actually, most of them. But the point is, in this downtown, event, we just expected a few people to attend. Just a few people. And we got to the door, and we saw this massive queue of people next to the door. We thought, how's that? They haven't let them in yet. So we went in, the place was packed. We couldn't even get to the stage. Now this is a place, Mexico, that really 99.9% of the people simply don't know anything about Islam. For example, some people have come to Omar and they've said, Islam? Is that a dance? Islam dance? Slam dance. Is that a football team? Seriously, these are the things that they say. No, indeed, it's not those things. And Omar is there, explaining to the people what Islam is all about. Now, in that function, Yusuf Estes was there. You know what he's like. Who knows what Yusuf Estes is like? Yeah? Put your hand up if you know what he's like. Is he funny? Is he pushy? Telling me. Okay, so there he is. He's standing on the stage. He's sitting on the stage. He doesn't speak Spanish like me, because of course the native language there is Spanish. So Omar's explaining, and there's an ex-priest. He's explaining about Islam, and then so Yusuf comes to his turn. Translate this. Shut up. He does like that. And he says, tell them, does anyone want to be Muslim here? That's his voice, right? And he says, Omar says, don't do that. Don't do that. Because he's saying, don't give Dawa like that. Let them take Islam, let them take their natural, steps towards Islam, and let them make the decision. He said, I said, shut up and translate this. Seriously, he's like this. Because he loves to bring people to the pure worship of one God. He loves it. And everywhere he goes, if he's got an opportunity to explain God, the worship of pure worship towards one God, without any partners, without any corruption, then he will do it. You know? Even last night, Omar's auntie came and collected him, they went for a meal. And he came back, they came back, and Yusuf was standing on the drive. He just turned up. So he says, Omar, is that your auntie? He said, yeah. And he's thinking back in the Mexico situation, you know, and he said, well, just wait a minute. He went to his car, grabbed hold of stuff, said, this is a gift for you. And so this is it. Now this is the Dawa. The Dawa is you're not afraid to explain your faith. You love your faith, and believe me, you love your fellow human beings, and you know, what are you going to do if you love your fellow human beings? You want to share something which is beneficial to them. Beneficial to yourself, because when you call them, it's better for you than the red camels. And the red camels were a fantastic thing. That's what the Prophet Muhammad says. That if a person is guided to Islam by your hands, and your work, you know, your handiwork, just all you had to do is say, yeah, that's a good for you. And then they accept Islam, they love Islam, then it's better for you than the red camels or more. And at the time of the Prophet Muhammad, the red camels were a luxury. They were the Rolls Royce, the Bentley, the Jaguar of the riding beast. Now, going back to the auditorium, so you can imagine the auditorium saying, translate this. He says, translate this. He said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa Muhammadan Rasulullah. So he says this in Spanish. He says, say this. Are you ready to take Shahada? 21 of the children in the room stood up. 21 of the children in the room stood up. Can you imagine that? Would that happen in England? No. I can tell you that because I've tried it. Okay, the situation is why. Why did they do that? Because they did not have any people plugging anti-Islamic, Islamophobic material in the media. Okay? In Mexico it just doesn't happen. Happens a little bit now, but before it never happened. So their hearts were open to the understanding Islam. Islam and Muslims. Islam meaning to, what does Islam mean? Put your hands up, you know. Okay, who thinks it means peace? Okay, but does it really mean peace? Does it really mean peace? Or is it peace that you get when you do?
It's submission.
Submission. It means actually submitting your will to that of, towards God, towards Allah, towards your Creator, right? Now when you do that submission, then, alhamdulillah, you get the peace, isn't it? So you get salam, you know, from the word, from the verb istislam. So it means submission, and from that you get salam. And what do we say when we meet each other? Assalamu alaikum. May the peace be upon you. May peace be upon you. Okay. So now we're getting there. So now, when you're giving Dawa, okay, first of all, you have to truly believe in Allah and what you're calling to. You have to have knowledge to what you're calling to, right? So, for example, if you're calling to, you know, that you're a Manchester United supporter, okay, and you've never seen Manchester United at Old Trafford. Yeah, I'll use this expression. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying Man United. It could be Man City, right? But if you never met the team, you've never seen them play football, yeah? And you've never